So we're in the Stone Cottage studios today with Dave Tamkin. Dave, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Jamie. Appreciate it very much.
It's fantastic to have you. Dave's going to be playing with Brad Huffman in this artist series today, several songs, and we're going to have a little back and forth interview.
Yes,
today.
Hopefully you'll play some music later too, because I'm also a fan.
Fantastic. So. Well, we're looking forward to that. And I also want to let folks know that we've got a live stream coming up with Dave and his band.
Yep, this Saturday, February 27th.
And we're going to have this kit, the percussion, going as well.
Yes, I told Chad about it, and I told him that it cost $4,000, and he said, I don't plan anything less than $5,000. So I'm not sure if he's bringing his own or not. But,
well, we'll see. If he wants to use it, that's great. But I wanted to be clear to the folks, this is the 27th, this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. So check us out on the social media and get your tickets, give a donation, and support the music community and Dave Tamkin. So let's talk a little bit about the live stream. I know we've got some cool sponsors and some important causes that some proceeds are going to.
Well, for the causes, my friend and musician Ben Hanna, I saw on Facebook that his dad lost his entire house in the Colorado fires, and still even had a smile on his face. Wow. And his motorcycle was in there, and I called Ben and I asked if his dad had a place to stay, because I'm friends with the people at emergencyrv.org. Also, I thought it'd be nice to call Red Cross of Colorado and see if they needed support as well. So both of them said that they would support this show and promote it, and will give some of the proceeds to Red Cross Colorado and also emergencyrv.org to help people displaced by the Colorado fires.
That's amazing. That's so cool, and it's so needed. And what a great way to to support these causes, help people engage within and out, within and outside the music community. But I think of everybody as part of the music community,
I do
right?
Too.
Music is life, it's love. So that's fantastic. We're so excited. So thank you for being here.
Well, this place is beautiful, and I remember the first time I saw videos on here, and I couldn't wait to get in here. And then what you do with this space, with these beautiful guitars on all the walls, and your fantastic team behind the curtains, and how you keep everything COVID safe and keep our distance. It's just a beautiful project you have here, and thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Oh, thank you. We're excited to be continuing to grow in a beautiful way. It is an amazing team, and just to have music in this space and have the emotion, have the passion, meet new people, do what we do here has been a dream of mine for many years as a musician as well. To integrate something like this.
Before you go any further on that, because I knew we were playing music, having our songs on the same artist session, I also brought questions.
Oh, good. You brought your dog too, Whitley.
Yes, that's one of my questions. Well, I'll bring up later about Whitley. But my first question is, where were you the first time you thought of Stone Cottage Studios, and what was your original vision for this?
Yeah, thanks for that question. And, I would say that as a musician and a songwriter, I'm learning from your amazing songwriting. I've had a business for many years in video production, and we've done amazing things in the outdoor industry. We've done documentary work. We've done a lot in the real estate space. And I just was eager to bring the music element into Magic Factor Media. And a good friend of mine, Steve Remmert, came in and was part of an initial launch of this. And we ended up doing a session with Steve and the Road West. Give out a shout out to the Road West. Hope to see them back. And then we did a album launch. I brought our video crew into E-Town Hall, where Steve and his band launched their first album, their debut album.
I didn't know you brought everyone to E-Town. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So we had this space. It was a studio. I stored a lot of my instruments in here, and it just dawned on me you know, no economics involved. I just wanted to have a platform for musicians to come in and play and have an opportunity to talk to their fans, talk about what's happening, whatever they wanted to communicate. New material coming out, or, and this was before COVID.
Yeah.
So it was come in. Let's provide quality video production. We've invested in gear for really top-notch audio capture, and the team has expanded to include amazing team members like Avery Johnson. Give a shout out to Avery, our audio engineer.
I stole Avery, and he plays cello with us on the artist session.
He is quite incredible,
Yeah.
multi instrumentalist. So it just
Also, Davis, we can't forget your son. We have to mention
my
that.
beautiful son Davis has been part of this team. He's back from Los Angeles Film School during COVID, and he's been helping tremendously. So to get back to your question, it just struck me one day. I was sitting with my business partner, and I said, you know, Mick, this studio is going to be a place for music and musicians, and for fans to hear their favorite musicians and bands. And that's how it started. We kind of came in and made it what it is. We wanted it to be inviting and inspirational, and just let people play music. And so that's kind of how it came about.
Well, once the pandemic hit, you kind of pivoted as far as starting with artist sessions because you wanted to be a discovery platform to bring new musicians in and showcase them to the world, as many people as you could. With live streaming, once the pandemic hit, you saw a resource for musicians that weren't making money. Tours were wiped away, and you gave them a platform by turning Stone Cottage Studios into a place where they can live stream from, and you bring your team in. So, like, how was that change for you? And then how do you see that changing once, shows start opening up to the public?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that question. I saw the beauty in musicians from their homes, from their kitchens, their bedrooms, their living rooms, in front of their iPhones, playing beautiful music and streaming to Facebook. Wonderful. And I thought, what could we do to be part of that, to help musicians bring the skills that we have from video production and audio production in a safe environment, right? So a big question was, how do we create a space that's safe and allows musicians and our team to work within COVID? So without going into a lot of that detail, we're very, very serious about that. We've got a safety SOP, and it was really building upon the what musicians were doing. They found a way to connect with their fans through their iPhones on Facebook. That was so beautiful. And it struck me that we have the skills, and with a little bit more investment in quality broadcasting gear, and I won't go into all the details because it took a while to learn how to do it well, and we're still learning. But this space is now providing an opportunity for musicians to come in, to reach their fans. We stream high definition. We've got all the gear, multiple cameras, up to 5, depending on the size of the group. And we're doing what we love to do. And the feedback has been great for musicians. We had the Kind-Hearted Strangers in a few weeks back. Maybe it's more than that, a few weeks, a month. And
time doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's one.
Here's the beauty, and it's getting into the second part of your question, and that is, we're in a time that we've all endured just really excruciating hardships, but within that, we're learning new things, and live streaming is one of those, and the ability to reach your fans through through your music, through a quality production that your fans and their close family and friends can put up on a large screen TV. What a beautiful thing. And with Kind Hearted Strangers to have folks in the UK, in Australia, in New Zealand,
It's pretty amazing.
and with Megan Burt as well. And these are just a couple of the amazing artists we've had in here, and to just be part of a quality production that touches the world. So what I see, and what I think others are seeing, and we're watching the emergence of, or I should say, let's move away from the COVID, right?
Yep.
And do what musicians and fans love to do, and that's to play live for people, to see your favorite bands in a live music venue. This is going to start to happen as we get past this pandemic. And the exciting thing is that live streaming has an amazing opportunity for fans and the musicians. Musicians seeing a way now to perform, maybe in a smaller, socially distanced venue, still with live interaction, but the ability to high quality live stream as well. So you have the best of both worlds, and importantly, the ability to reach globally in live streaming. So that's what
Absolutely.
I see, and we are here, and we're positioning ourselves with some growth areas that will be involved in that as well.
I look
So
forward to hearing more about that for sure.
absolutely.
I'm going to take a sip of my whiskey over here. This is Sagamore whiskey, everyone. Sagamore Rye, also sponsoring Dave Tamkin and Company this Saturday, February 27th. Cheers, everybody.
Fantastic. So, Dave, are you going to talk a little bit more about the live stream and what's going on and who's involved in that?
Well, Sagamore Rye, they're from Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland or Baltimore. I'm not sure right now, but we will put it in the liner notes. My friend Brett, I've known him for 20 years, and he works with them, and he has a great team. And we just called to see if they would help sponsor this show. And you have a big crew. I know you have support, text, in across the way over there, and you have someone feverishly typing away comments because you get to communicate during a live stream, and they're supporting us. So special thanks to them. But it's nice just to know that we're all coming together, a team on a Saturday night, and be able to hang out with, hopefully, like you said, people all over the world and all over the country.
Yeah, we're so excited about it. It's going to be a great show. So
Well,
everybody should tune into that for sure.
it's in last April, we lost 30 gigs going up the West Coast. So we were going to go down to New Mexico, Phoenix, and then start in San Diego, up the coast, all the way to Seattle, over through Bozeman. And within 2 days, they were all gone. So it's a pleasure to be able to do this and reach fans and friends and family that we haven't been able to see for a very long time that we would have seen on that road trip.
Yeah, yeah.
And Brad also bought a van like 2 weeks before March 13th, and it's still sitting in this driveway. So,
My gosh.
yeah.
So how have you been, you and the band, how have you been coping with this? I mean, this is a story which we hear from musicians, and COVID hits, and what do? How have you, Dave Tamkin, and your band dealt with this, and what have been some of your inspiring things even within this pandemic?
Well, we're very fortunate to the St. Julian Hotel here in Boulder, Colorado has an outside venue, just patio, and it was the only time for Brad, Chad, and myself to get together, and just to see like a little kid dancing in the back or someone coming up and just like saying thank you. It was so long not playing music. You can just feel it in your heart that this was something I miss more than I even thought I did. So to have that physical connection
Yeah.
was pretty cool. And even for some weddings we played, and the bride and groom had a mask on. And, you know, so during this time, creatively, we've been able to talk over, hang time and Zoom, get together once in a while when it first started, but now we've kind of been, taking it easy. But with the vaccines coming out, I think we'll kind of loosen up a little bit, but always probably still wear the masks while we can till we're good. But it's rejuvenated that feeling from like a child's eyes to remember what it was like to first start to play music. And after doing it so long, it's a breath of fresh air just to say, let's start over. Let's just see it from, you can have your business side to it. You can have making money for, doing this for a living. But the foundation is the passion. And it's come back and it feels great.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're all getting through this. Let's talk a little bit about the songs that you're going to be singing in this artist session.
Well, we were fortunate to have Avery join us on cello for 2 songs.
Awesome.
And what we did was, just acoustic. And usually Brad and I have pedal boards galore. We do loops. So it was just nice to play songs that we haven't played for quite a while, but wrote quite a while ago. So we didn't bring anything new for us, but hopefully it's new for everybody here.
This is great because as folks know, we have to create a sequence to this event, this artist session. So you're going to hear the songs after the interview, and you're going to love them.
Well, I hope so, because I was told to take a second take on one of them, and then I forgot all the words. And Davis was nice enough to just take a deep breath. Don't beat yourself up. But I still couldn't find the words after that. But I have two questions for you here.
Okay.
Was I... Oh, come here. Where you go? Did I wake you up? Was I unprofessional to bring Whitley to my artist session and have her sit by our feet?
I saw you usher Whitley in, and Whitley hangs out with our 2 dogs, Slingshot and Buster. They really got to know each other, and I'll tell you, Dave, I knew what your plan was. I mean, we've got these tungsten torch lamps, and first I'm like, well, if those go over, it's a big explosion. But she is so sweet, and I knew she was going to be part of a beautiful session. Well, so thank you, Whitley.
Were you unprofessional? Did you? No? Okay. Okay, we'll let you go there. Okay, second question.
Sure.
Is on your Stone Cottage Studios team, who is your favorite?
I can't answer that. But I will tell you something, and this is probably good for folks to know. Back to kind of your first question, how did this all come about? Well, shortly after, the bulb turned on and it made sense that this could be a music part of what I do, I thought, man, we've got some sound leaks in here. We spent a lot of time, getting this space in good sounding shape, but there were still some leaks. So I went into McGuckin's Hardware, and I was looking for, instead of going online, I want to buy locally if I can. McGuckin's is a great place.
Everyone's so nice there.
Yeah.
They don't point. They walk you to the aisle.
So I was in the paint department, and Avery Johnson, our audio engineer now, assisted me. And I asked him if they had any soundproofing material.
His eyes
and he was like,
up.
well, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm creating a live production studio. So long story short, he gave me his card. I knew audio engineering was going to be a part of our needs. And so we met, and Avery was the first Stone Cottage Studios partner with me in this. So hats off to Avery, and hats off to everybody. I mean, we've got a big crew. It's hard to pick. You're all amazing. And
well,
Dave,
I asked that question because everyone at home, I'm on the team. So I have the honor of helping Stone Cottage Studios with their marketing and their socials. And Avery actually brought me in to meet you, and we had a few
Yep.
conversations. And since then, I've got to meet your family, and then Scott Bratt and Lindsay,
Yeah.
and now growing with Mary Jane. It's just been an awesome team to be a part of,
Yeah.
where you can see the passion and the energy light up around every show. And I really haven't been a part of anything like that before, where everyone's there to back up everyone. So, thank you personally for the opportunity.
Thank you. And I remember sitting in here and just, I think you brought coffees over, and I just kind of told you about what the vision is here and what we were lacking in terms of expertise. And having somebody like you with the music background as a musician, you understand it as a part of the music community, as a touring musician, but also a marketing extraordinaire, right?
Well, that's nice of you to say.
Was such a great and important fit for us. And I think you saw that too. You immediately saw what we needed, and we matched on what skills you could bring. So Dave's been really instrumental in helping us grow, right? And so we're psyched to have you
Well,
with
thank
us.
you for that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Uh, the other night, I came over to rehearse with Avery, and you came in and Common Ground, a song that you have ready for your next album. But it was a beautiful song, and you were telling us about the bridge and how you changed it up a little bit. Can you tell us about that song and what it means to you?
Sure. It's one of my more recent songs, and I've been exploring small towns and two-lane highways across the Southwest for a number of years, and have been working on a kind of a personal documentary project and writing music along the way. That's one of the songs. I may even play another song called Indigo. But Common Ground was really, it was born out of, it was a Sunday, and I was coming back from the Northwest, and I was somewhere in southern Idaho, and I was heading into Utah, and a bulb went off in my head. Am I going to be able to get a 6-pack of beer in Utah on a Sunday evening? So I rolled into this small town, and seriously, it was like 3 stop signs, right? It was a throwback to the interstates coming through, and these small towns that were on state highways just couldn't hang on. But I saw on the corner kind of a dilapidated bar. I had a Schlitz sign in the window, and it said open, and it said takeout. So I pulled in. This absolute true story. I walked in, and there was a young gal behind the bar. Her name was Kate. Bright-eyed, smiles, and she said, "Sure, I could sell you a 6-pack of Coors." And I thought, well, I could have a cup of black coffee too. There was a gentleman down at the end of the bar. He had a cup of coffee and I think a Bud Light. It was 11 in the morning. And so I thought, man, I need to sit here and just kind of take this in. And they were talking about life. They were talking about struggles. Kate had visions, and she brought up the word common ground. She'd lived in that town for many, many years, may have even been born there, and was talking about kind of healing things in this political time. And this was just at the early stages of COVID. And so I sat and listened. Listened to them talk. Got to know Jim a little bit, and the song Common Ground came out of that. So I'm looking forward to playing that.
Where are you recording that?
Well, we've got the space here, so probably Stone Cottage Studios.
Nice, I can't wait.
Avery on the gear rack over there, and some great mics.
And every instrument he can get his hands
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah. We definitely got schooled the other night watching him play cello. Oh, let me see what this banjo can do.
Oh, it was incredible.
What's this guitar? What can that do? And even in that moment, too, after you got done playing and then he started playing, thought, how fortunate am I to be able to sit in this beautiful room and hear live music? like this, like, and beautiful songs and beautiful playing. And, I got a little goosebumps there for a while because not everyone does have that opportunity. But again, just reminded me of how much, I miss it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun and just an example of how, this space is inviting. And I think I came in and broke up your rehearsal section.
We needed it. We got through
Yeah.
one song and then you came in
And that was it.
we just hung out for like the next
Yeah,
hour and a
that
half.
was
It
a,
was
that was a
awesome.
lot of fun. So
I know you're inviting everybody to a Kickstarter this month
Ah.
that you're about to launch. Can you tell me more about the Kickstarter? Although I know everything you're about to say just because we work together.
Yeah.
But I think everyone else
yeah,
needs to hear.
sure. We're excited. We're excited to launch our first Kickstarter. It's going to be in the next couple of weeks. It goes live. And this really came out of a couple of things. One was really to find a way that we can continue to help musicians reach their fans, help them generate needed income, help our team help them by being able to produce live stream concerts and artist sessions, and to work with the funders of the Kickstart to help us and with their help support musicians in the music community. And this thought that it's not a thought, we're actually going to do it because we've had so many amazing musicians and more to come. We want to produce our first artist series album. This will be on, digital media, but on vinyl as
Waiting
well.
for that vinyl. Can't wait.
So the Kickstarter is really to fund the production of artist series in which we do this. And we really focus on 4 songs, record at the highest level, bring it to the highest level of mixing and mastering, and take 2 or 3 songs from each of 5 or 6, or if we're fortunate enough to surpass our goal amount, we'll expand that. So yeah, just in recap, it's to help musicians and to help the music community and to give back. We'll be
and the staff here too. And when I say staff, I mean the community of Stone Cottage Studios.
Absolutely.
That they're working their butts off hours. They get here hours before the artists do, and stay past.
Yeah.
Well, Avery stays past, but everyone else leaves.
This
early.
will help us to do even more of the things that we love to do. So we're anxious to move that forward. Thanks for talking about it. You're involved in it.
I
We've
can't
got some great musicians on board. We're going to co-promote it, and we'll expand it as the budget permits, and we're shooting to have it funded in 30 days and surpass it and expand it as we need to. But it's exciting. Our first move into this space.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Sincerely, thank you. On behalf of Whitley, I apologize for her unprofessionalism. And thank you for having Brad and I and Avery in this beautiful space to play some music. It's an honor.
Thank
very
you.
much for it.
Thank you, Dave. It's wonderful to have you as a musician in the space and as a partner in this effort. So folks out there, coming up this Saturday, the 27th at 7 p.m.
Sagamore Spirits Rye sponsoring this big endeavor to help give some proceeds back to Red Cross and emergencyrv.org.
Wonderful, wonderful causes. And check us out. See what we're doing on the socials, Facebook and Instagram. We've got a YouTube channel, and that's growing, and all of this content goes up there too. So looking forward to it. Until next time, folks, we are the Stone Cottage Studios, and from all of us, cheers to you, and we'll see you down the line.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bright signs and chandeliers, these things bring me down from here. Falling star and a crashing glow, these are the things that I know. Bring me back to you. Bring me back to you.
stargazing along the string, broke halfway down the Milky Way, place to shine from miles at end, to the moon and back again. Follow the light up and let it ring, watch to gaze at what she brings. I'll take that smile from an end, to my heart and back again. Bring me back to you. Bring me back to you. Plane ride among the stars, TV sets and back of tongues, looking for this world to end, in my head and back again. A Saturn's ring and an orange sun, get to you just for fun. I'll take that smile from an end, to my heart and back again. Bring me back to you. Bring me back to you. Swinging on the stratosphere, falling from a comet's tear. The universe, my own way, I'll fly to you anyway. 'Bright signs and chandeliers, these things bring me down from here. Falling stars and crashing glow, these are the things that I know. Bring me back to you. 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 Ten years rising, I met my friend, blackbird over a schoolyard fence, dancing up dreams on asphalt leaves, our lives drifting, our lives drifting. Time drives more frequently when you're running out of old memories. Old phone silent brought up the night. My friend, you're gone. My friend, you're gone. I'm still dancing in my memory, holding on to Cedar Street, yeah, holding on to Cedar Street. I can't go back to the place we used to be, holding on to Cedar Street, yeah, holding on to Cedar Street. Who says you're lucky when you find the one? A best friend, lover, you pick one. Oh, the lies we'll never know. When you love someone, don't let them go. When you love someone, don't let them go. Still dancing in my memory, holding on to Cedar Street. the place we used to be. Holding on to Cedar Street, yeah. Holding on to Cedar Street. Looking back, I see her frozen face, blackbird hair, a warm embrace. You age like wine without any thread. One more dance till the music ends. One more dance till the music. We're still dancing in my memory, holding on to Cedar Street, yeah. Holding on to Cedar Street. I can't go back to the place we used to be. Holding on to Cedar Street, yeah. Holding on to Cedar Street. I know I'm supposed to do that after the camera shut off, but it just feels good to clap. 1, 2, 3, oh. In front of my TV as these days go by. I lost a half an hour now, sure really left my pocket. These nights escape me, wishing these nights would take me. Just another reason to call and ask you how you feel so far away. So much time has gone away. Through my hands you fell. You said you had to leave. I gave you my hand. The wind went through me hard. You held on with both hands. These days are slowly slipping by. You said I'll miss you goodbye. Just another reason to call and ask you how you feel so far away. So much time has gone away. Through my hands you fell. Falling from these colored flowers, sitting in this meadow hour, waiting for the clouds to clear. Baby, find me sitting here